Hello, my friends. Hi, mein Hase. Bonsoir, Michelle. Coucou. Thank you for joining me, my friends. My name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfen und Helden. I'm an Elite retailer for Dixie Bell over in Frankfurt in Germany. So welcome to my Thursday evening live. Apologies for my voice. I'm COVID free, but I'm having a terrible cold at the moment. Even so, we are painting in blue. Blue makes happy. And we started that. Hallo Kerstin, schön, dass du wieder mit reinschaust. So, we've done some stripes up here. We've done those legs. I'm going to continue with you with those legs. Instagram, I'm going to pull you over. I'm going to have them on the inside there in the lighter color and on the outside there in a darker color. And as I'm lazy, I don't want to tape everything all the time. So I have a little technique. I hope it helps you. It certainly does for me. It does work for me. I'm just using my brush from my German life. Hi, Jan. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for joining me, guys. And you. Thank you for being with us. So, let's just jump into it, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And if you haven't done it yet, you know, I highly appreciate it if you leave me like it. I'm sorry, I'm having a throat sweet in my mouth. Shouldn't do that in the live, but my voice was just like getting even worse. So I'm just picking up a little of the color. This is Pure Ocean we are using, and get you over and down. You don't need to see me. See a little more of that project. And I'm starting from the outside of the leg in the middle. And the inside, as I said, is going to be in the lighter color. So I'm not brushing against the light color. So I'm coming from the outside. And if I build up some paint there now, that's not a problem. We're going to look after that in a minute. But this, if I would paint the other way around, this could happen on the inside of the leg. So this is the reason I'm painting against, towards it, basically. This is the second coat now. I'd just like to have a little more coverage of that. So that's the reason I'm just doing it now. And if you discover that you made a little boo-boo because I wasn't concentrated enough, you can just like take it off with a baby wipe. But that works pretty well without having to tape off everything every time. Saves a little time. So I'm gonna come on the other side. Basically doing the same thing. I need a little more paint. Chalk mineral paints from Dixie Belle, for those who don't know them. I've used them before, so they've been nicely mixed up or shaped up, so to say. And this is basically what I'm going to do all the way around. It was too much paint, way too much paint. Little goes a long way. So, and this edge where I may have built up some paint, I'm just gonna do this, what I usually do when I paint spindles. And this is just evening out, you know, if I may have built up some paint there. And I'm gonna do that all 4 legs all around. So I'll just do it here while I'm here. And that basically works with all, even with the Chippendale legs. If they have like an edge in them, you can basically paint them in this like this. Just need a little more of the pure ocean. So, sorry, this is off screen now. I don't want to turn the whole thing. And I'm holding the brush in a very low angle. Is it? Michelle, my translator, please. So, and then, you know, you're done with that pretty quickly. Just today I'll be right with you guys and I'll check if you had some questions. My translator corrected me. Michelle always helps me and I'm lost for words. Thank you for that, Michelle. I think that's ever so sweet. And to everybody else also who's trying to help me with my not so perfect English. So this table is going in an area where it's going to be pretty highly used. It was very rustic beforehand. Chips and marks and dents and it's going to be in the sunshine through a window. You know, nowadays what that means paint. So we're going to basically create this piece in a way so if eventually the paint changes during, you know, when it's sitting there and something like that, so that you basically don't notice it because it has so many variations in itself beforehand, so that you just, you know, don't see there's like that there's something happening. I'm sorry. Hi, Tanya. Sorry. Now I have to be careful. Paint on my tissue, paint in my face. No. I look like red-nosed reindeer. Thank you, Tanya. So, letzte Seite. Den Check gemacht. Oh, last leg. Sorry, I'm confused. I just had to check because those paints, they dry so quickly. And I'm not getting the wrong. So that's basically it. Slapping it around the edge. Just in case some paint was spilled there. And that's it. So that's done. Move those. Sorry if I'm in the way now. So those are just like, you know, those little somethings, you know, so it's not just like a plain table, so it's got some variations and it just looks a bit different to just like being painted in light blue. Oh, Michelle, I'm sorry. Do I really sound that bad? I know, a bit quirky, but my apologies. So now we're just having some texture on this middle shelf here. Again, hardly any paint, just offloaded everything. And I want to create like a structure basically. So it looks almost woven. In the German life, we already experienced that. I'm using, because I'm finished with the Pure Ocean now, so I'm using the that brush. We just had for the legs. Hardly any paint. There was pretty much so. I'm just touching lightly, ever so lightly, ever so lightly. You can control that yourself, basically. So we're using the darkest color, which is the Pure Ocean. We're using the lightest color in this color scheme, which is Paint Blue, to create this textured look, basically. And this is going to go in a crosshatch. This was one direction. And this is now going to be other direction. There's too much paint on here. If you feel you have too much paint, either offload it or just touch it ever so gently if you don't want to get rid of the paint. And this gives it a feel, what I think, just such a sweet, so I'm actually using the other, better taking a new tissue. Sorry, I have a runny nose. Hi, Nina. There's Pure Ocean on the other one. I don't want to look like I don't want to be called a blue-nosed reindeer. I'd rather be the red-nosed reindeer. Yeah, Nina, welcome back. So Nina was naughty, so she couldn't comment last time. So, same thing. The lightest color. No, far too much paint. And this is basically layering the paints. I mean, this is the fun part, and there's nothing you can do wrong there, especially when you're a beginner, because whatever comes out is right. And I'm going in a crosshatch to build up and to get like this woven texture. You do that till the point you like it. Obviously, you're really building up texture, you know, it doesn't only look like it, you do build up texture. But you can smooth that out with a high grit sandpaper at the end. Nina, I'm a lot better. Obviously not great, but I'm certainly a lot better than I was before. So a little more Pure Ocean. As I said, you take a high grit sandpaper just to smooth down, you know, those high peaks at the end. Let's go and leave it like that. I think I quite like this texture you have till here. And let's move to the top. Hey, Jill. Oh, I do feel better, girl. Thank you for asking. Still sound terrible, but I'm certainly better than on the weekend. At least I'm up and running. So let's go to the top. Just gonna get everything secure. So we've done the blending last week, guys. For the first coat, it actually turned out pretty well. Usually the first coat is not. I'll do the same thing. I'm going to bring that on this here. So that turned out pretty nicely. but it is too regular. And as I said, this piece is in an area where there will be and same problem again with the set pretty light. Okay, but I'm going to cover or make sure that I'm not painting over my stripes now. Just taping that quickly, just to have those secure. The stripes, we only made one coat because I don't mind with them some of our color mix peeking through underneath. As I said, this is going to be all thinking of if the sunlight harms any of the colors or something like that, or whatever is put on top, that you won't notice. That's the idea, that you just don't notice. So here we go. That's fine. So, and this is just too light. I want to have it a little more cloudy and stuff like that, you know. So, I've got my pasting brush. I've got my water bottle. Where is it? I've also got the right nose. So we will need Pure Ocean. We will need Dixie Belle Blue. And we will need Paint Blue. Those are the three colors we're going to use for that. And and we're going to use the Best Dang brush for the blending, and this is perfect. Yeah, Nina. Actually, even I don't like sweet tea or something like that. I always make myself a pot of ginger, fresh ginger tea with freshly grated ginger, fresh peppermint and lemon, and I've added some honey to that now because honey is really good. Honey is antiseptic. Did you know that? That's the reason Nina is saying that. So the last time we put the base with our color mix, and then we added the other colors. There's different ways in blending. There's ways of blending, and there's no right or wrong. The main thing is have a mister bottle, keep your paint moving, and that's it. You can use one brush. You can, for all the colors, you can use a brush for each color. It doesn't really matter. So what I'm doing now, we're going to reactivate some of the paint underneath. So I'm just spraying that a little bit so it's a little damp. And you can move from lighter to darker, from darker to lighter. Also that, you know, doesn't really matter. but I want to have it a little darker on the outside. So this is where the Pure Ocean is going to go. So you can also dampen your brush, as this has been sitting around, so this is already a little stiff. You can feel that with the bristles. So now I want to have, and that's what you nicely get with the I just pour a little of the Pure Ocean. I like to work out of the lid because then I don't contaminate my paint container. And when you move the paint into each other, that you basically have a light hand. That's basically it. On the edge here, on the edge there. So, I'm just putting paint down, keeping it damp. You can really feel it pulling. It's very warm here. Don't know how the weather is where you are. How is the weather where you are? So, then we have the Dixie Belle Blue. Just the next color. No blending yet. Just adding it to my project. Just laying it out for now. And a bit of paint blue in the middle. A little more. Finished. No. It's gonna be a little more. Excuse me, guys. It is. And it's so pretty. So now we come with our Bestang brush. It is huge. I can hardly get my hand around it. And people say it's hard work. I don't know. It is. It might be. I'm just gonna keep that little. It is easier when you dampen it. The Bestang brush is half synthetic bristles and half natural. So now I'm gonna go all around. Look how easy that is. In the middle, I haven't cleaned it yet. So I'm just gonna clean it now, just on my paper roll, just to get like a little off. I want to get it cloudy, dirty, cloudy. I'm making my way from the outside to the inside. That's more how I like it. It's got a little more character. It's a little darker. I like that a lot better. So I use my other hand, and then going right in the middle. This is now the second coat, and this won't need another one. Get it off again, and you do that until you like it. You can add some more color, which I actually won't because I'm quite happy the way it looks now. That's it. That's it. And light hand, you know, I'm not pushing it down. It's basically dragging itself. There's some there. What do you think? So, and now we are basically ready to look for our trim. We're just going to go around. This can dry now. That's the second coat. You know, it's you can't. It's too bright. You can't see. It's like a little cloudy inside and very pretty. But we have a little more color on the outside now. That's what I like to have. So this basically looks like the color has faded out already a little bit. And that's the idea behind it. I love this brush. I love it. All there. All off. Okay. So dann gucken wir jetzt mal. Hi Nicole. Even before I had, you know, made the experience that when Dixie Belle had their life as Moji Band, I'm just going to close that for now. I'm going to clean the lids later on, guys. But I'm going to close that for now. So, Dixie Belle back in here. I don't need. Pure Ocean we're going to need for the trim. So this is the trim 33 we're going to use on the top around here. So this one will be painted beforehand before we add it. And I'm first going to cut it to size. I'm just going to grab. This is just like one of those hodls where the trims are delivered on. Oh, hi, Sissy. Oh, squeaky legs. Oh, squeaky wheels, not legs. Squeaky wheels. So, woody bands made out of wood. And when they're cold state, they are solid like wood. And when you warm it up, they become nice and bendy. Already was enough. No, it wasn't. It's pretty stiff. I mean, you can already move it, but it's still pretty stiff. It's a little more. You can use a heat gun like I do. You can use a hair dryer. You can use a griddle to warm that up before. So let's just see. That's ouch. And they need about the same time to, ouch, cool down like they need to warm up. So just wanna cut that down to size now. It's about to here. Ah, yes. Oh, I was lucky. Just reached it. Sorry guys, you can't see what I'm doing. It's cooling down again. Here we go. So I'm just cutting it here. They need about the same time to cool down, like they need to warm up. So, and this is going to be painted now. So I'm just gonna obviously I don't want to break it. Let's see. Moving to the back. There we go. I'm just laying that on here for now. I'm warming it back up again so it doesn't. Get another molding brush. Go. So. And this is Pure Ocean. This is the darkest color I'm going to have underneath. You can paint them after you've applied them. You can paint them before you apply them. That's completely up to you. So I'm painting it, this one, before I apply it. The trims come in a coil, as you've seen, and for easier handling you should keep it in a coil. Obviously I've unrolled it now because I want to paint it, and it's in a coil, it's a bit difficult to paint. So I'll put my Best-Dang brush into the water. Paint, excuse me, doesn't dry in there. I've actually the other day I had to install one of those 6 centimeter wide trims from the Japan at a customer's house. So I basically laid it down on the floor, prepared it all here. It was all painted beforehand, and then I took it over there and applied it. After painting, put it back into a coil and applied it in there. So, and this brush has synthetic bristles also. When you go in a swirly motion, you get nicely in all the details from that trim. You can also use a little water either on the brush or on the mold itself to easier get the paint in there. And this is not the most exciting part of the project. Apologies, my guys, but it has to be done. It has to be done. The heat gun. You can see you can basically get that in any directly in any shape. I just want to soften it up, I don't want to break it, I want to get it up on the thing that you painted. So, but even so, if I would break it, you can also repair it. So that's it's not a drama. It's not a drama. And you can apply those wood bands. They come in, I don't know, hundreds different shapes, as trims, as ornaments, as centerpieces. You have Baroque elements. You have steampunk inspired elements. You have flowers. You can use them for mixed media, you can use them for big projects, you can use them for walls, for doors, whatever. I mean, it's just your imagination sets you the limit, as per usual. This is all the things. So let's see. It's pretty much covered, including my fingers. Including my fingers. Don't know if we get that far to apply it. Let's see. Oh, guys, I'm not worried about having the paint all over my fingers or hands and stuff like that. No need to be jealous. I'm so grateful, guys. I'm so happy you like it. I'm just grateful. I mean, this is I'm not doing anything special. I'm just going to make sure it's all covered. Those paints are water-based. They've got no VOCs. So you're good to go. You know, it's all easy. Wash that off my hands after it, and all gonna come off. Let's see, everything. Just want to make sure I have everything covered. So that's the reason I just turn it around. So painting shrooms is just as therapeutic as painting stripes. Oh. So let's see. This area here needs to be hit with the brush. Sorry, guys, sorry. My apologies. Are there any questions? Oh, hi, Jill. Oh, you're working late. I'm so sorry. I'm happy you're there. So, Smurf hands. Very quickly. go over. So then we're going to have a little wash with the lightest color, which is our paint blue. Okay, das sieht a little bit. No, actually, I'm going to use that's too light. I'm going to use our mix we made. I'm going to make a wash with that. Just to sit in the low lights. To the water. Are you still with me, guys? That's what they are, aren't they? Smurf hands. So I'm going to need a little jar. There we go. Cheers. Cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers. I'm just using this brush I used before for the paint blue. And I'm just adding some water in here. I'm watering that right down. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? That's how runny that is now. So I'm gonna go right over it. Right over it. And then I'm going to grab a damp cloth. What's the time? Guys, I'm having one of my overlong lives again. You know the feeling, but I'm in a flow. I need a cloth. So I might as well do that while I'm at it. So I just want to have sit in the low areas. So this is just with water, nothing special. I'm basically just taking the paint or the watery paint I put on here back. Same. I'm doing it straight away because if it dries, it's going to be harder to wipe back. So here. So same thing. Take my damp rag and wipe it right back. Okay, I'm going to warm it a little up. Some of it clean. basically. I'm basically leaving the light stuff in the low areas of the trim. Okay, that's it. That's it pretty much. And are you still with me, guys? Highlights. You probably could. I mean, I already had the paint in my hand, so so excuse me. So for the last step, we're going to add some. No silver left, so we're going to need some pigments. Pigments and silver. So get into the water. Water cleaned. One little jar there. Need, guys, if you want to go, of course, you know, you don't have to stay with me. I'm sorry I'm long again, but as I'm just at it, I might as well, you know, just do that. So yes, that's correct. If you don't use any other chemical maniac-y things, passing is okay. So I'm just going to close my jars for now because otherwise my paint will dry. Okay. Away. Everything I need. My infuser in a second. See what I'm doing here. Pigments, powdery. Don't sneeze into it. And on my breath. Pigment infuser also by Posh Chalk. Just add a little bit. And it turns straight away, you know, into metally look. I shall not laugh. I just made up another word. Metally look. I'm terrible, I know. So get I don't know what I've done with all my brushes. There we go. So I'm first going to dry I think you're all with me, guys. Spending the time with me. It's so sweet of you. Appreciate that. I'm so sorry for my voice. So let's see if I can maybe get that. All up here. Snake around, snake around. So I just wanted to have that dry. That's basically what I warmed it up now. So now I'm gonna come with my Nicole, das Mischverhältnis, das kannst du dir im Prinzip selber aussuchen, je nachdem, wie, ja, wie stark du die Deckkraft haben möchtest. Also ich mache das immer Pi mal Daumen und das ist jetzt ziemlich rich, aber das, also ziemlich reichhaltig, aber dann deckt es halt auch entsprechend gut. Und wenn du das weniger deckend haben möchtest, mehr wie ein Wash oder so, kannst du auch weniger. Wobei das jetzt Arktik ist, ne? Also das, da ist ja, ne? Da tue ich jetzt tatsächlich noch mal ein bisschen was von dem Infuser bei. Aber wie gesagt, das obliegt deinem Gusto. Das ist das Schöne daran, ne? Deswegen macht das Produkt halt einfach so vielseitig. Nicole basically just asked what the ratio is, the mixing ratio from infuser to pigments, and I said this is basically up to you guys, how strong you want to have it, or however. This looks like real metal. Oh, I love it. So we won't need much. I'm just wiping it off now. So, and then I'm just gonna go over the highlights of the trim. So we're having now the Pure Ocean. We're having our lighter mix we made with the Dixie-Belle blue and the Haint blue as a wash. And excuse me. Nose. So pretty, this trim. I'm going to bring that up close to you. And I'm just going to go over with the silver now, over the, oh, that was too much. That was too much. If you have too much, just wipe it off. The infuser and stuff is all water-based also, you know, so. Nothing you can't correct. So I'm pretty gentle now that I'm cracking that hand. I would like to have it in one piece to put it onto the table. So. A little bit of blingy. Just to have a little bit of blingy. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of cling foil over here and put it in the fridge to keep it. That works pretty nicely. So dry that, roll that up a bit to make it a little bit more. You can bring it close to you so you can have a look at it basically created. Can you see that? That's basically how we prepare that. Is it? Okay. Hey, blue. I wouldn't have thought that, Michelle, because it's very paint over blue. So, ready to go on here now. Need to go on here now. So let's see if I need to clean my fingers. Sorry, so long. Yes, that's right, yeah. Icy silvery blue. Icy silvery blue on a beachy. I'm just trying to clean it off a little bit because I don't want to mess up my piece. So that. Let's see. I'm gonna bring that water the way. I'm gonna put that table back up here. I'm going to put you back a little. Hang on. Up. And a little closer. And Instagram. See a little better what we are doing, hopefully. So, and this is now going to go up here. That's where I want to have it. Get marbled glue. What I like to do when I work with trims, I like to apply my wood glue first, and then I add the trim as the wood glue is water-based. I can take everything which is squeezed out on the sides with a damp cloth or a baby wipe. Using a try to move around. Oh, I'm wearing the wrong trouser. This is one of my oldest trousers. Completely messed that one up today. However, that's life. So I'm going to warm that up again. And I'm going to work in sections. Let's just see which way we shall work. Okay, oh, this is pretty stiff. Oh, this is so sweet. I like that. So in the meanwhile, the paint is already dried pretty well up there. So I'm basically going to do that all the way around now. I'm going to, so you can just check out the trim a little bit. So I'm not going to twist the whole table. This is, sorry guys, but this is just now too much. So I'm pretty knackered by now. Just going to apply my glue. This is basically how you can prepare your trims beforehand and work like that. And this is the nice thing about those woody bands, that you can just like go nicely around those corners and squeeze it to your project. Looks like it's never been anywhere else. Never been anywhere else. Messy there. I'm just using a baby wipe to clean it up, guys. Nothing special. You can use a damp brush also, especially when you have like ornaments which are pretty intricate. So I'm going to show you this so you can see. This is a little short now. I'm going to warm it up again. This is a little short now. You can stretch that. You can see that gap there. You can stretch those a little bit. You can stretch those a little bit. So, there we go. Hold that into place, and they're going to stay in that shape, you know, when they cool down. Even it dries clear. Don't really want to have it there. So I'm just taking that off. So and then I'm going to go all the way around again, make sure nicely. Oops. See? Just push it nicely on there, and it's nice and soft. And make sure it's got really good contact with your project. So I'm going to hold it till it's cooled down on this edge, otherwise it'll pull back eventually. Oh, danke schön, Nicole. Ja, ich freue mich, wenn es euch hilft. So soll es sein. einmal rundherum. Da ist zum Beispiel irgendwo der Kleber. If anywhere the glue is not sticking very nicely, warm it up. You can stretch them a little bit and lift it off the project and just add a little more glue underneath, and off you go. Off you go. Sorry, I'm on the other side, guys, but I'm too tired now to move it around. Please forgive me. I'll be on the other side in a second, so you can basically see what I'm doing. Basically just going around now and making sure it's like all nicely stuck. It's all nicely stuck. Around the front. Oops. When you work with the heat gun, be careful, guys. I know what I'm talking about because it is hot. Here. Get some glue down here. Doesn't really help when you're a dwarf. Smurf hands and being a dwarf. So that's it now for tonight, guys. We're done now. Now we can go to the next step, basically. Let's see. Glue to take off. So this can settle now. Then I think I'm pretty happy with it. Now I'm going to pull you back. It's easier than project itself. I hope you like what we've done tonight. Thank you, darling. Thank you. So, land on the top. trim on the side, some whimsical stripes, crosshatch down here. So legs like different colors inside and out. Inside is a lighter color, outside is the darker color. So just to give it a little more interest. So I'm going to let it sit. Maybe I do something else with it. I'm not quite sure. But till now, I'm quite happy. I hope Kasim is happy also. My friends, I'm so happy. I mean, I've taken up 1.5 hours of your time. I'm so sorry. I'm so grateful you stayed with me. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. Thank you for being with me, guys. My name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elf und Helden, Dixieland E-Light retailer over here in Frankfurt, Germany. So I'm happy that you've been with me. If you haven't done it yet, pop over to my page, leave me a like there. And yeah, this is almost finished now. I'm thinking what I'm going to do. And I'll see you. Wishing you a lovely weekend. It's Thursday, Friday tomorrow. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Stay safe, and hopefully next week with a better voice again. Ta-da. Thank you, everybody. Merci, Michelle. Ja, das mache ich, Nicole. Jetzt bin ich auch durch.